The annual drama of Death to America Day. The stars and stripes burn in front of the former US Embassy in Tehran. US-Iranian ties have been cut ever since that day in 1979, when Iranian students stormed the US mission and took its diplomats hostage. Nearly 3 decades on, students take to the streets to show support for the government's opposition to US diplomatic and possible military action against Iran. Death to America is the popular chant, despite rumors circulating recently that according to the memoirs of a high-ranking cleric, the founder of the Islamic Republic, Ayatollah Khomeini, had thoughts about banning this slogan.
None of these students were even born when Jimmy Carter, the US president in 1979, severed the diplomatic ties with Iran. But exactly a year from now, the United States will go to the polls to choose their new president, and some of these Iranian youngsters have their own expectations from the new American leader.
Some students simply echo the state media line when they say the US approach to Iran won't change even with George W. Bush out of the office. Others just don't care. But these youth are the future of their country, and some of them want that future to be different.
When we say our religion is a religion of peace and we don't want to fight others, we expect the US to accept that. We'd like to ask, why wouldn't they let us use nuclear energy? And why do the Americans want to rule the world?
I expect the next American president to stop threatening us and establish a nice and friendly relationship with Iran.
Abbas Abdi, who was one of the original students who climbed the walls of the US Embassy, says the younger generation today lives in a different world from the one he lived in. But that doesn't necessarily mean that a change in Iran-US relations is imminent.
Although everything is logically possible, a change in Iranian-US relations seems practically impossible. As long as Iran's domestic situation remains as it is and the current ideological trends dominate the US ruling establishment, the two won't change the discourse of their relationship.
As this year's anti-US rally, also known as Student Day, begins to wind down, the students head home. It remains to be seen whether next year's presidential elections will herald a new era in Iranian-US relationships. Alireza, Ronaghi, Al Jazeera, Tehran.